Hi everybody, I'm Lindsay and today we're going to be exploring Google Expeditions. Google Expeditions is a virtual reality app that allows you to take your students on adventures that were not previously thought possible. Through this app, you can guide your students through a variety of engaging experiences. With the new NGSS science standards focusing on grounding content and phenomena, VR is a great engaging way to take your students there. So what you're going to need to do is go to the App Store and download the free Google Expeditions app. And this app works on a variety of platforms. So grab your phone or your tablet and let's start exploring. Once your app is downloaded, you'll see this logo. Go ahead and click that logo and you're going to be introduced to the front screen of the app. So on this front screen of the app, you'll notice a couple things. There's tons of different things to look at, but you'll also see the word guide in the top left corner of your screen. If you do not see the word guide and you see the word explorer, we need to switch you over to the guide platform. So go ahead and click the arrow next to the word explorer and it will bring you to this split screen. Now you're able to choose yourself as a guide and hit lead. Now that you're on the guide platform, there's a couple things we'll need to point out. You'll notice our Wi-Fi network underneath the guide name. Our Wi-Fi network is Dive Bums because we love to scuba dive. So you'll see our Wi-Fi name and anyone who would want to join our tour would have to be on our Wi-Fi network. You'll also notice in the top right of your screen, 2 people with a number by it. This represents how many people are in your tour. And then next to that, there is a magnifying glass that allows you to search through the app. So we're going to be looking at this app through a science perspective, but you'll notice there are a variety of different content areas that have explorations. So we are going to be looking at the cell, so we can go to our search engine and search for cell. And on the bottom left, you'll notice Into the Cell by Smart Sparrow, and it has 10 scenes. What the scenes represent are how many different screens the students will be able to access. Now that we've clicked into our excursion, you can kind of get a general sense of what your students are seeing on their device. So you can scroll around and look through so you get a feel for what they're actually seeing. You'll notice on the right-hand side, there's a pop-up menu with a start button. Your student's adventure won't start until you hit that start button and see Now Guiding on your screen. You'll also notice in this pop-up menu, there's a lot of valuable information that you can give to your students. It gives general background knowledge at the top and then guiding questions below that background knowledge. And just a reminder, your students cannot see this screen on their device. Okay, this is just for the teacher and just for the guide. These guiding questions that are on the right can range from beginner to advanced depending on your student's level. Guiding your students through this app using these questions will help direct their focus so they know what exactly they're supposed to be learning throughout this adventure. Underneath these guiding questions, there are other locations that the app would like to point out. So for example, in this one, the first one is the bacterial cell. So once you click that topic, it'll actually direct the students to look at that location in their own VR experience. Then once your students are focused on the location, you can provide the information on that talking point. If it's not a location, it can also direct you to a new image, like on the animal cell shape and structure. When you click this, it'll bring up a new image for the students to focus on. One of the benefits of this is that you can get more in depth with the content. You'll notice in the top right of your screen there's a squiggly line that now is circled. This squiggly line allows you to draw on your app and point out things to students, and your students can see this on their screen. Once you're ready to take your students into the next scene, you can go ahead and use your finger to slide down that menu and then swipe towards the right to pull up the additional scenes of this excursion. Your students won't have access to this until you hit that orange start button. Once you do so, you'll see your screen now says Now Guiding, and you have access to the background that your students are seeing. So look around and get an idea of what your students see. You also still have the guiding questions and general background knowledge in your menu. Remember, that menu is just for you and your students can't see it. This specific excursion had about 10 scenes to go through. So you can see these scenes as we kind of scroll through them on the bottom. Once you're done with your excursion, getting out is just as easy. All you have to do is go into the top left of your screen and hit the X. Thank you guys for exploring with me today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments section and let's have fun exploring.